Assalamu alaikum. I'm back from Samarkand, Uzbekistan, and while we were there, we tried visiting the tomb or the maqbara of Imam Bukhari, but unfortunately, we were not able to due to some construction issues. So, when I reached back to our hotel where we were staying, I was of course curious and I started researching about the life incidents or the interesting incidents that happened in his life. So here are some I found out. When Imam Bukhari was 3 years old, he lost his eyesight, and his mother was, of course, like any mother, very sad about this issue. And she started praying to God to restore Imam Bukhari's eyesight. After some time, one night she saw a dream. In her dream, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi came up to her and said, "Your son's eyesight has been restored due to your prayer." So he specified that this was due to her prayer. And the next day, when Imam Bukhari woke up, or the young Imam Bukhari woke up, he had clear eyesight. And so we have to give credit to Imam Bukhari's mother for all the knowledge he was able to share with us. Another incident related to Imam Bukhari and dreams is when Imam Bukhari was a teenager, he saw a dream in where he is following Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in walking, and wherever Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam puts his foot down, Imam Bukhari follows him and puts his foot in the exact same place. When Imam Bukhari was in his 20s, he traveled to Baghdad, which at the time was the Islamic center or the Islamic capital of the world. And after he reached there, he started studying with Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. So Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, was the biggest hadith scholar of the time, and he was very famous and very well known. And after studying with Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal made a very famous statement. This statement is that I have never met anyone so brilliant from the region of Khurasan. Now, scholars nowadays say that Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal restricted to Khurasan because Imam Bukhari was in his 20s, and this can already indicate that Imam Bukhari was a very brilliant and a very intelligent person. When Imam Bukhari was a teenager, him, his brother and his mother went for Hajj. And while they went for Hajj, it takes them quite a lot of time because he was from Bukhara, which is in modern day Uzbekistan. And as you all know, if you want to go to Hajj, you have to reach Makkah, which is quite a lot of distance, a very big distance if you have to walk. So after he reached there, he saw all the universities, the campuses, how much knowledge he can gain, and he was very dazzled and intrigued by this. After seeing all this, he asked his mother, can I stay here? Because I really like the place and I want to learn more. So his mother gave him permission or ijaza, and he stayed there. Later we come to know that Imam Bukhari only came back to his birthplace or his hometown at the end of his lifetime, like almost at the end of his lifetime. So when he came there, the scholars there were saying, yeah, we've heard a lot about him. He's not that great, probably. People say great things about different things. It's probably not, he's probably not that great. So to test him, they brought out 10 scholars, and each 10 scholar will say 10 hadiths. And they'll also say the sanad, which is the sayings, like this person said to this person, X said to Y, and Y said to A said to B. It's called the sanad. So each 10 scholar said 10 hadiths, and the first scholar came up and then he said dash dash dash, and A said to B and B said to C, and so on. And he asked Imam Bukhari, have you heard this hadith? Imam Bukhari said, no, I haven't. He said the second hadith, the scholar. Imam Bukhari said, I haven't heard this. And it went on until all 10 of the scholars said all 10 of their hadiths, and he didn't know any of the 100 hadiths. So after they finished, they said, come on, you don't know any of the hadiths, what is this? And then Imam Bukhari asked them, are you guys finished? Can I start? And after they said, yeah, you can start talking. Imam Bukhari said, well, the first hadith, you said A said to B. Well, that's wrong. actually B said to C to A. He actually remembered all of the correct order of who said to who, and in the same order that the scholars said, and he also remembered how the scholars said. So he also remembered the wrong versions, and he also had a very good memory, so he remembered the correct versions. This can is actually very interesting, because if someone tells you 100 lines of hadith and then all of them are wrong, and for you to remember 100 of them in the correct order, as well as remember how that guy said it to you, like in the exact 100 orders, that's actually very impressive. If I come up to you one day and I ask you, have you ever heard about Imam Bukhari, you'd probably say yeah. You should be saying yeah. And if I also ask you, where have you heard this name from, you'd probably say Sahih Bukhari, because this is still at the time the most important book or the most trusted book after the Quran. So it only has it's a compilation of Sahih Hadith. Sahih Hadith means the Hadith or the Hadith that has been proven to be correct. So how Imam Bukhari got the inspiration to write this book is actually very interesting. When Imam Bukhari was quite young, he saw a dream where the Prophet is standing and there are a lot of flies coming towards the Prophet. And Imam Bukhari was standing in front of the Prophet and warding off the flies, so like shooing them away. And when he woke up, he asked his mentor or his sheikh, "Ya sheikh, do you know what this dream means?" The sheikh said, when you see this dream, it means that you're warding off fake statements or fake hadith from the Prophet or from the people who are trying to ruin the name of the Prophet. And this is where Imam Bukhari got his inspiration from to write Sahih Bukhari. This story I'm about to tell, I saved it for the last because I think this is one of the most heart-touching stories I've ever heard. The night before Imam Bukhari's death, Imam Bukhari's brother saw a dream. And in that dream, Imam Bukhari's brother sees all the Sahaba waiting behind the Prophet, and they're waiting to go somewhere, and the Prophet is still waiting, and it looks like he's waiting for someone. And the Sahaba ask him, who are you waiting for? And the Prophet says, I'm waiting for Muhammad ibn Ismail al Bukhari. This can indicate, if none of the stories convinced you, how great of a person Imam Bukhari